Welcome back, my friend. Today I have a very special guest to me, with me for you. He's an awesome photographer, an amazing YouTuber, and it's not a mystery that his name is the amazing, the one and the only. Welcome, the amazing. How you doing, D?
I'm all right, man. How are you? How are you?
I'm very happy because this is the episode number 17 of my show, and I'm happy to have you on my show
Well,
because
thank you, man.
I like your style, also your talent as a photographer.
Thank
And
you.
I want to start with that. How
Okay.
start your passion to shooting photos?
Uh, you mean like what started me out?
Yeah. How start to
Well,
do photo? How to you start? You understand that I want to be a photographer. What is the moment that you understand that you like this type of art? Because shooting, make photo. There is a church near my house.
that's pretty cool
Yes.
though. I like that though. I like that because that's kind of like for me. I have sirens because I'm near the highway, so I have sirens. But you have a cool church though. I'd rather that.
Yes, yes.
um.
It's cool,
So,
but if we are in the midnight, become a crazy stuff because in
oh
the
yeah,
midnight,
you
12.
definitely got to get used to that. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, that's crazy. I didn't think about it that way. It's crazy because I've always wanted to take photos. Like I've always liked taking photos, whether it was people or toys or whatever. But it like taking pictures of toys was something I didn't take, I guess, at a more serious level until I met other people on the internet doing it. You know what I mean? And uh, and actually, I was invited to the group ACBA, and then I was like, oh, I'm not that good, but I was there. But it motivated me after learning from some people there to get better. And then I took some photography classes, and then I really started like messing around with my camera. And then I'm here now. What, 11 and a half years later?
Wow. And what is in general, what is your inspiration when you start to do a series of photo for some figure or other stuff?
Well, inspiration usually comes from the fact that I read a ton of comic books, and I like living in like the crazy fantasy world. Because in my head, it's like it's not whether or not a character can do it; it's what kind of scenario would they do this thing in, right? Because in Marvel and DC, you have their multiverses where even if it's not their main version doing something, another version of them can be out doing that thing. So why not in my universe can they not do that? So that's usually my inspiration. Like, how does Spider-Man fight Beta Ray Bill? What does he look like fighting off a bunch of robotic ninjas? You know, like crazy things like that, where you're just like, you know what, go have fun. And I do it. I just make sure I have fun. That's the most important thing, really.
Okay, and now we talk of Mythic Legions because I'm recently started with that. And before to give me my question to you, I have a little story to tell you, and
Okay.
I'll start my passion for that because on this channel I made two interviews with Corboy for Osman. But the first one was last March, I believe. I made this interview with the Corboy, and he started to talk me about Mythic Legion stuff, the style, the proportion between the figures, and something started in my mind. So few nights later, I had a dream. In that dream, I had a lot of Mythic Legions figures. And when I wake up, I thought, why? Why? I never had this figure in my toy room, in my studios. So I go to the website for Awesome the Sourceman, and I saw this awesome character fantasy and also this stuff because I like dwarf, I like orc, I like
Exactly.
magician, I like this mythology. And
Yeah.
decided to create my own project on this channel with two factions, stop motion, and a secret project will be revealed. And I still excited. So after that, I started to do many interviews with many people to talk about, especially about that, because I so excited because I think it's totally different. What you got the first time, and my first figure was Kim Brandon, and I was surprised
I
and
like them.
excited because of the details. The details.
Yeah.
It's not like the other figures. The details of the skin. It looks like to see a real character jump off for the screen for some fantasy movie. I said,
Exactly.
but this, I feel this stuff is also. I looked if every other figures the other line that I have, and you saw this is not like that. It's bad. It's better. It's better. It's just Mythic Legions. It's after this start my love for this figure. And now tell me
See,
your story with Mythic Legions.
you know what's crazy? Like, it started with because I like D&D, and me and my wife were talking about Lord of the Rings, and I missed out on like the first 3 waves of Mythic Legions, mostly because I was just at a point where it's like I don't know what it was that I really wanted to collect and photograph. I thought I wasn't good enough for that kind of stuff. But what's funny is I do love beating up on orcs. I like having them in photos and doing fantasy stuff. Like they're one of my favorite races, whether it's in D&D or whether it's Warhammer and stuff like that. So what happened was I collected a bunch of orcs from Mythic Legion, but I was never able to get like anything else. Like I think I own more orcs and skeletons than I do anything else. And these bins right here, I don't know if you can see them. Those are all full of Mythic Legions in this section right here. So
Awesome.
like I have so many of them, and I use them in photos. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get like other characters. And then the more I got into other characters, the more addicted I got to literally like messing with more Mythic Legions. Until it came to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just get as many as I can because the line is modular. And that's one of the, like, as we spoke about before we started recording, I love mixing and matching them. Like, I can take 2 completely different characters and make my own character. And who the hell is gonna tell me that this character doesn't exist? I just made him. He's there. He's perfect. You know? So it's a lot of fun to sit down and really enjoy creating, photographing your creation, and then knowing like it can sit on my desk and that's something that I truly enjoy. So it's cool because you feel like a creator too. You're not just a photographer either. Like you own something and then you can create something from 2 different things. It's so cool. Like this line it's affordable, it's fun, it photographs beautifully, and right now they're one of my favorite fandoms because the groups that I'm in, the Mythic Legions Cabal, is so much fun to be in.
Yes,
So I really like being around them.
Also because I believe that when someone created a new toy line, in the same time, like for also with Mythic Legions, create also a new fandom, new group of friends, new community.
Yeah.
And it's not casual if I'm also joined the Mythic Cabal because I made an interview with Jeremy Girard, with Walter, with other guys of this community.
I love those guys.
See, they are awesome. And you understand, in this community we have many artists. And because this figure is as an inspiration for your creativity, also if you're not a customizer guy, because the reason why you can pop out and swap every part you create is a big push for your creativity in general. When I saw Kim Bronder, for example, other figure, I see this guy tell me, I'm a writer in my life. This guy told me a story. I need to create a story with these figures. I start my stop motion series for that because they are a big help to the creativity for the people. And the reason why on the Cabal you can see many sculptors, many designers, many artists that create their story, and also the people that maybe are not artists in real life. Also, when watch a figure, tell me a story. Start to create a story because they have something special.
It is because every time I go into the Cabal, right, and there's like you said, one of the sculptors, and they'll go, "This is the story about why I made this piece," and it's like this long paragraph, and I'm like, "Ooh, I didn't think of that. That's so cool," and it's really been enjoyable. Like they create like some guy created like a double-headed orc, like who had like a story. Then there's undead knights and good vampires. Like it's super cool to be around that level of creativity all the time. It gives you a lot of inspiration. You're right, absolutely a lot of inspiration.
Yes, and also speaking of now, back a little bit to your review for Mythic Legions because I saw that you use awesome diorama And also the
Oh,
Crash Box. I got also something for them because I like that because they are versatile diorama, not one pieces that you can move. Because I have some diorama, I create some diorama. I have a huge diorama like a room with
yeah,
real stone. I have this diorama I can use many times, many way because it's big. But the crash box are cool because with um, these pieces you create different scenario, different stuff. Tell
yeah.
me something about your style to do diorama for your review and for your photos.
Well, the cool thing about it is when I'm working with Crashbox or anybody I work with in general, because I'm looking over at my dioramas now, I didn't think about it, but you just said it, and it's really cool because I do make stuff that's modular, kind of like Mythic Legions are, where I make it so that way I don't use just one piece. I can use everything and everything. Like I can use bits and pieces here in this one and pieces in that one. I make it so that it can be versatile, like it's I can use a doorway here but use a gate here, and you know what I mean. It's like I don't want it to ever feel like it's become stale, so I try to mix it up as much as possible, you know what I mean. So I
Yes,
like working with
yes,
people like that. But even my really big pieces, I love those. It's hard because space is becoming more and more limited, so I try to
yes.
use my big pieces. When I use my big pieces, I use them for a long time. So I don't know. I might break out the clock tower soon. I think it's time for the clock tower to come out of retirement.
Awesome. Yes, also because we are a collector, also we need diorama for our works. The room it becomes smaller and full. To me, for example,
Yeah.
my studio, my two room is a huge room, like a 3 room size. And when I got this room for my father, I remember when my girlfriend goes for the first time in my toy room, so she told me, "This room is huge." She told me that. Later, when I got the snake mountain from Super 7. I got many diorama for my stop motion. She come back and told me, "Well, now it looks like small because it's full of every stuff."
Yeah. Yeah. My wife says it all the time. Like even now, I'm in my work room, and this room had a lot of space, but now it doesn't feel like it. And it's like, it's one of the reasons why I end up selling a lot of my extra stuff, because it's like I realized, at first I had ideas for this and I wanted to do stuff, but space is very, very limited. So I need to start moving stuff out because there's way too much stuff coming in at this point. So I've started like getting rid of certain stuff. Even boxes, like I don't keep boxes anymore for most of my stuff. Like just no boxes. Like the only boxes that stay really are like import boxes, like the Kamen Rider ones you see behind me. And that's because they have a lot
Yeah.
of sharp parts. Like where did he go? Like this guy right here, he'll have like too many sharp parts, so I got to keep his box. But
Oh,
otherwise, if there's no sharp parts, tossing that box out.
okay. What is your first ever Mythic Legion figure that you got?
It was, what's crazy? It was a Coliseum orc, and it was why can't I remember his name?
No, you haven't the
Oh,
name because it's a Legion builder. The Coliseum Hawk is a Legion
yeah.
builder.
No. The next one, the first two I got was I got a knight, a deluxe knight, the male. I got a Coliseum orc, and I had got a orc Legion builder too, the female one. Those are my first three Mythic
Oh,
Legions,
okay,
and that's what
okay.
got me into a lot.
I have the Coliseum Hawk, and I pre-ordered for a European shop also the female, but maybe she come to me in few months, I believe, because the problem is got this figure find this figure later after the pre-order. For example,
Afterbudget, yeah.
some figures like Urzok, the orc now. Find Urzok is difficult. The price is a level too much. It's
I didn't,
crazy.
I didn't, I didn't realize he was so much money now. Like when someone said like he's going for like $200, I was like, oh, well, I guess I won't be getting an extra one of him. I was like, I won't be getting another one. I'm just gonna
Yes,
call it a
if
day.
you
Like if you
yes,
told me it was like 50, $60, I'd be like, okay, cool. But $200, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna just take the L on this one. I think I'm gonna pass.
yes.
Gonna have
One
to
of the
pass.
character, also another character that you can find with many difficult with a big price is Almir Golden Tooth, the dwarf.
I just got
Almir.
him the other day.
Ah, awesome.
I literally just got him. I plan on doing a video for him actually, because I don't think I've done dwarves in a while. So I'm gonna do some dwarf videos.
I
So I'm
like the
gonna do that.
dwarf. I
I
like the
like dwarfs.
dwarf.
I like dwarfs a lot. I think but the dwarfs don't get enough love. I was like, oh, you know what? I got some cavern dwarfs. I did a video for them, but I was like, I haven't done any like specialty orc. I mean, it's not orcs. See, I'm addicted to orcs. I haven't done any specialty dwarves. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do a few of those. So I went out searching for some, and I did some trades. So I got Halmir on the way, and I have Bothor. I just got Bothor in Bothor Shadowhorn. So I'm gonna try to have some fun with
Okay,
those guys.
okay. Another difficult. Almir is so difficult. You got a big piece with Almir because find an Almir Golden Tooth is not easy. Therefore, you're lucky, my friend.
No, I got super lucky. Like I saw someone trading it for some stuff that I had, and I made the trade, and I'm just glad it worked out. He said he was gonna ship out. What's today? Oh, he shipped out yesterday, so I should have it by like Monday, Tuesday, hopefully. You know, and it was crazy because it was like, you know, I'm glad it worked out because I made him happy. He made me happy. It'll like work out. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So I'm happy.
Okay, speaking of Mythic Legions and your review, I remember in many of your review, in a comparison time during the comparison,
Yeah.
you comparison many times this character with a Mesco figure of yourself.
Oh, Mesco me.
Yes, tell me the story about that. How start this figure
Well, actually,
of
it's not
yourself?
just. Oh wait, did you break up for a second? Did I lose you? Oh, I got you. I got you. So with this, right, it didn't start off this way. What it was like, I just moved it to this body, but I've actually moved it across several bodies now. Where's the other one at? Oh, I don't know where it is, but I have several bodies that I like put it on. And with this is like, so this is before I started doing work with Mezco. But what happened was, I don't know if you know the creators, Old Boy, CTTS. They
Yes.
do tons of amazing head sculpts. I'm friends with them, and for a long time we talked about, you know, just creating stuff like characters. And it was crazy because I would help them get stuff, and they just was like, "Hey, you know, your birthday's coming up. What would you like?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't need anything, you know." But we always joked about having like a head sculpt for myself, and and I think like right after SDCC 2019, what happened was I started working with Mezco. Like I started doing work with them, and they announced the Street Gomez, and then they immediately thought, you know what, we're gonna put your head on that. And I was like, nah, that's funny, but nah, we'll never do that. So by the time my birthday came around of 2019, no, yeah, it was after, but that summer, they shipped off the head to me, and it was like, well, here you go, happy birthday. I know it's late, but here you go, happy birthday. And I was like, oh, really? So I just popped the head on it. And I was like, oh, this thing like fits perfectly. And it works perfectly on the Gomez body because the brown skin. We just got to figure out what to do with the neck part. So I had somebody made a custom neck, and then boom, the rest is history. I just put him in everything.
Awesome, awesome, awesome story. And back to the Mythic Legions.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe you show a little bit from the camera.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Yeah, the likeness is so cool.
Yeah, they
I
really
believe
nailed it.
you need to do a review also for this guy for yourself.
I thought I did a video. It's weird. Maybe it's not there anymore. I know a lot of my videos got taken down recently. I don't know what that's about, but I'm appealing YouTube right now. But I know I did a video on that, but I'll probably do another one.
Yeah, review for yourself. It could be cool.
I'm going to review myself featuring Old Boy. Always.
Awesome.
That'll be fun.
Awesome. And what is your favorite character of Mythic Legions?
I like to beat up on orcs, but I really like the female knights. My favorite is probably going to be Hadriana, Deluxe Female Knight, and the Barbarians. Those are like my favorites. Like I play with those a lot. Like I actually just put my Deluxe Knights away, but I always have like a Barbarian out. Always.
Awesome. Awesome cape. Also, you told me before is a
Yeah.
custom cape. Wind effect custom cape.
Yeah, it's pretty movable. Like it can feel alive like a Batman cape.
What is your favorite line to shooting photos between Mythic Legions or Marvel or Mesco? What is your favorite?
Um, Actually, my favorite, like to like, because it films like beautifully, is gonna be Common Rider, Mythic Legions, Mezco, top three. Because like in terms of not just being favorites, but no matter what I do, like even if I'm like having a bad day, I can shoot those three at any time, and I will like have a ball. And then recently, it's come to me like I'm starting to enjoy Storm collectibles even more now. And well, I've always enjoyed it, but like I was having fun shooting Death Adder, right?
Wow,
I was
he's
having
a
a
big
lot.
guy.
Oh yeah, he's really big. Like even like if you put Mezco me next to him, it's just tiny.
Wow. Looks like to
So
see looks like to see Under the Giants near Brett Hitman up, speaking of the size.
exactly that. But so lately I've been having a lot of fun with. Well, I always have fun with the Storm stuff, but it really depends on what it is. Like normally because this is fantasy, I have a lot of fun with him. But like I really have fun with the Mortal Kombat line too from Storm Collectibles. But it's weird now because I'm at this point where it's like I could like photograph anything as long as I'm in the mood. Like even stuff I was like, I don't really even like enjoy that like that. But I'm like, oh, you know what? Today is the day. And I just have a blast. But like as of today, it's Mythic Legions, Common Rider, Storm, and Mezco. Like because no matter what, they kind of just film beautifully.
Awesome. And for example, when I work on my novel, I go to the story and I forget everything. I forget the maybe some things that I don't like the real life. I forget problem. I forget everything because I go inside my story. And when you shooting, we make a photo and this stuff. This your heart. You have the same feelings.
Nah, I wish I did, but I don't. Um, I think that's my biggest issue. It kind of motivates me because I don't forget. You know what I mean? It's hard to forget. Like maybe I guess the term would be I lose myself in the like I don't forget it though, but it's almost like a motivating factor, right? All the things that bothered me on the outside, I take it in and I go, you know what? I'm gonna turn it into art. So that's what I try to do. All the things that bothered me today, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna turn this into art, and I'm gonna be less frustrated when I'm done because I've let it out through this. So that's what I do.
Okay, and when you understand, or maybe when you start to collecting toys and why?
I've always collected toys. I didn't have a lot when I was younger, and you know, you just grow up poor. That is what it is. But it was college and after that I got back into collecting for myself because I was making enough to buy my own stuff. That's when I really got heavy back into it, like in a surplus. But it wasn't until I want to say right before I met my wife and we started dating that I like got super serious about collecting. Whereas like I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm not gonna jump in and out. I'm not gonna take some time off. I'm going to get what I want and that's it. And now I'm getting too much, but I'm gonna go back to getting what I want soon. Because now I'm just getting too much.
I think is a good feelings collecting, make become a collector, because every collection that you have, this looks like a word that a connection with your childhood, because I think is important also save the child inside of us, because if you
Oh,
save the
yeah.
child inside of us, you don't forget the magic of the life, because yes, the life sometimes is not easy, but if you save something for yourself, for your mind, you can stay better in the real life, in my opinion. What do you think about that?
No, I agree. I agree. It's one of those things that, just like you said, if you keep your childhood alive, I think in a positive way, um, you can keep yourself from what's the word? You can keep yourself from losing what made you you today, right? You're motivated by the things you wanted as a child, right? So you go, man, I've always wanted a Beta Ray Bill. And now you're 30, and now you can buy as many Beta Ray bills as you want. Nobody's gonna stop you. As long as it makes you happy and it's not just you trying to fill a void, but instead complement something that you already have, I think we'll all be okay. I think we shouldn't lose track of the things that we enjoy, but also don't turn it into an obsession. So I always try to find that middle ground where it's, am I collecting too much? Time to get rid of some. But also, I'm going to keep enough so that way I'm still enjoying, you know?
Yes, I know very well. So speaking of to enjoy something to have a fun, do you like to see together one of my stop motion of Mythic Legions?
Oh, if you got one, play it. What's up?
Okay, because I
Okay.
have this one, because it's a series of stop motion I created on this channel recently, and
Okay.
this one is the episode number 2.
Okay.
And also you can see also the diorama that I have. This big diorama is just you can see just a little part of this big diorama. I think we
Okay.
can see. Okay, there we go. In the intro is not a stop motion. After the intro, start the stop motion.
Okay. I like that dial. That's a nice dial.
This is a diorama, and you can find the background of a castle room that I made.
No, I see it. I see it. Torgan beat him.
So this is the intro.
Well, it's not. I mean, I get it, but it's just funny because I'm like, you just remind me of how much I still enjoy these toys.
Yes, they are awesome. This is the episode number 2.
Don't feed the stone troll. This is a big diorama. Oh, that escalated quickly. Oh. Oh, snap. He got out.
And this is the end of the first one.
No, that's pretty good. I liked it. Torgan has some acrobatics. I liked it.
I try to create a story in every episode, and I decided to put Torgun as a main character because this guy is a little guy, but with the big attitude. We have the same courage, the same resilience as a big guy. So I decided to put Torgun as a main character in my story.
No, it worked for me. I liked it. It was cool because I was like, the diorama is so big and nice, and then it went from dodging the stone troll to getting to using his hammer to get up there. It was good storytelling. I liked it.
Yes, and that part that you see is just a little part of this big diorama.
Yeah, I saw it. It was gigantic.
But it's only when the part that you saw is just a little part. There are more in this diorama.
But that's what I'm saying. It was already so big that it fit the stone troll in it with no problem, and then it still had space for other things. I'm like, that's got to be gigantic. It was
yes,
that's got to be huge, man.
Yes, I made this episode the last Sunday because today I made another one, and last Sunday to work in this stop motion was not easy because it's big. You need to go inside yourself of the stop motion and stay like that with your back. And after I had a back pain because I stayed for a long time. I still do have back pain today because
this is you for hours, you know.
Yes, exactly. Was crazy.
You're gonna need a icy hot for your back.
yes. I still a little pain also today because I do other stop motion during this week because I made different series. I have Mythic Legions, I have stop motion, Master of the Universe stop motion, wrestling, also wrestling.
Oh wow.
I made. I like the old school era of the wrestling, the Hulk Hogan era, under the Giant, this stuff.
Yeah.
And for this channel, I create a weekly show. I wrote the storyline, and I create with my friend custom figure of this character. For example, WWF Hasbro style, and Yes, like you have a custom figure Hasbro style of Big John Stud, King Kong Bundy. And I create
Oh,
every week a show stop motion with a match, a titles on the line, like a real federation, but all with legends. And also I do also stop motion for food fighters. Do you know food fighters?
Foo Fighters the band?
No, no, no. The toys food, the food, eating food
Oh, I don't.
fighters.
I don't think I've heard of them.
It was an obscure line with hamburger with the body looks like. It's a
Oh,
obscure line of the 80s, and for that I made just one episode. Uh,
I don't think I've heard of that. Why? I'm gonna look that up now.
yes,
I'm gonna look that up later.
yes.
I'm gonna
You
look that
can
up later.
find. However, I made also stop motion for that. The Food Fighters. I put my girlfriend inside. Sorry, because that project was to create a looks like a human being along with the action figure.
Oh,
And
okay, okay.
I
That's
made that.
surrealism.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And to move the it was my first ever stop motion well done, and it was not easy, especially because they fight with a gun, because they looks like a hamburger or other stuff, cake, this
Okay.
biscuits. They
Like
fight each
fast
other
food.
with, yes, they fight each other with guns with like GI Joe of the kitchen.
I'm gonna blow your cake away. Like what?
Exactly. And maybe if you want, I can show you also that because it's cool. This
All right.
food
Send
fighters.
me the link when this is over because I want to see that.
Yes, I give you the link on the email because
Okay.
in general it's a nice line. These food fighters, but so obscure. What they made by Mattel in the 80s, just one wave because that doesn't work so well. And the
I
stuff.
wonder if that's related to fighting foodons from Japan.
Oh,
Because I know
I
about
don't.
fighting foodon.
No,
I'm gonna look
I
into
don't
that.
know. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
look into
that.
that because I've watched that anime as a kid, fighting foodons, but I don't remember the
Ah,
one you're talking about. I wonder if they're
it's,
related though.
I don't know because these guys, food fighters, they are created by Mattel. Is the Mattel stuff was.
Yeah, but even Mattel acquires Japanese license every now and then, especially in the '80s. So now I
Probably
want to
it's
look into that.
possible.
I want to look into that. What if they're connected? That'll be cool.
Yes.
That way you have more to collect too, though.
Yes, I have the collection of the food fighters. The
All
food
right.
fighters have the collection because they are the vehicles, but every stuff is kitchen expired. It's like a two faction of foods. They fight each other for whatever reason.
Oh, so it's expired food versus the good food.
Yes, the good food, the bad guys are called refrigerator rejects, and the good boys are kitchen commandos. The kitchen commandos fight
I
against the
like that name
refrigerator
though.
rejects.
I like that though. The Kitchen Commandos. I like that. Kitchen Commandos. That sounds like something my cat would be down for. He loves raiding the kitchen fridge.
Yes, they
He's a
fight at
kitchen
the
commando.
fridge, and
He's a kitchen commando.
I had also a stop motion project for that. But the problem is a long work because to make the effects of the guns when
Oh yeah,
shooting
the special
was
effects.
an hard work because you need to put a little white effect for each guns. Is not an easy process.
Oh,
That
how big are
is,
they? Are they like 5-inch figures?
yes, they are near 5 inches, but the problem is created this stop motion in a fight with guns. The effects is not easy.
Mm. All
But
right, I'm gonna check it out though.
a lot of fun. Was a lot of fun, by the way. This this stuff.
I'm gonna check that out
This
though. Definitely check me later because now I'm very curious about that.
I give you the link later.
Okay.
Also, later I give you also the link of our show. If you want share, I give you
Yeah, I'll
also the
share it.
link of our interview
Yeah, of course. I saw
because
you shared it earlier, but I was out doing something with family, and I was like, "Crap,
yes,
I don't want to be
that,
rude and like be on the phone." So like, I'll share it later.
yes, it's about was just the announcement of tonight. Later,
Yeah,
I will share also the full interview. And also, if you want to come back in the future, you are welcome.
of course, of course. What time is it where you're at? I'm always curious about that because I've had like a very
Is
long day.
3 a.m. and 34
See?
where I live.
And I
But
saw
to
you
me,
drinking. I'm like, is that coffee there? You drinking coffee to stay up?
no, it's just a water, just a
Ah,
water.
yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Drink your water, your
Yeah,
catchphrase.
yeah.
I'll start your phrase.
Uh,
Drink
it,
your
it,
water.
well, that started from a longer saying where I told people, to keep their hearts full, because I wanted people to make sure that they, you stay a good person. And keeping your heart full, a better way of keeping your heart full is to drink your water. It keeps you healthy, keeps you hydrated, and you'll mind your fucking business. So it's like, if it's another way of keeping your heart full. So I started saying that, and I just found a way to shorten it. So I was like, you know what? Just, be good, do good, drink your water. And it kind of just stuck.
Good vibe. I like this positive way, positive philosophy.
Yeah. And it's not like in a toxic way either. Like, because too much of it's that weird level of positivity that I don't want to give people. It's, you know what? If you have a problem, work through it. Don't just ignore it. Like, go to therapy, seek out help, talk to your friends, do those kind of things. Just don't think that you're always going to be alone doing it, because that's not true. So if you are having trouble, it's okay to talk to your friends about it. Just make sure you're in a space where you can share with them.
Yes, it's cool. I'm agree for that, because there are some people that forget that in the life, no? They
Yeah.
forget to talk with someone. There is a face behind you.
That was my wife
Nice.
goofing off.
What is this? What is this man?
This is Kevin Hart, the comedian. We have
Awesome,
one more
awesome.
standees because we went to one of his movies.
What is your favorite comedian?
Oh, it like modern or like
In
classic?
general, classics. Your favorite of all time?
Yeah. No, I have one. Sorry, hold on one sec.
No
No,
problem.
this one's fine, baby. Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. No problem.
Oh no, I'm okay, baby. Go ahead. Yeah. I guess favorite old school comedian. I think it's gonna be Paul Mooney, Eddie Murphy, right? And then if we're talking about modern, I'm gonna say Dave Chappelle, Key and Peele. I love
Okay.
those guys.
My favorite is Dan Aykroyd. My favorite comedian.
You know what? I do like Dan Aykroyd. I do like
Yes.
that.
Also, Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy made together an awesome movie. Do you remember? I
Yes,
believe in English was Trading Place. It's
yes, one
possible.
of my favorite movies.
Was
That's
awesome.
why, yeah, that's why when you said Dan Aykroyd, I'm like, why did I forget Trading Places?
And that movie was directed by John Landis, the same director of Blues Brothers.
Yep,
The same
yep.
director.
He
And
knew
in
what he was
that
doing.
movie, Trading Place, there is also a cameo by James Belushi, the brother of John Belushi.
Yep. Trading Places. One of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies is Beverly Hills Cop in 48 Hours.
Yeah, and this is a classic, so obviously.
Yep. Yeah. So I love those movies. What else is there? You can't forget Raw, Delirious, but those are stand-up movies. Those are stand-up comedy movies. But then it's like, it's just the comedy then was different and it's evolved now, which is why I like stuff like Dave Chappelle. I like Key and Peele. It's relatable comedy for me. You know what I mean? But it's more that it goes by the life experiences you have and putting you on both sides of it. So I like for people to see that. It's really funny.
The good things of the art during in a movie, in a novel, in every stuff from art, you
Yeah.
can find yourself, your experience in your life. Also,
Exactly.
because if you are an artist, my inspiration are the people. The people is the biggest
Yeah.
inspiration for an artist.
Yeah.
Every people that you meet, or also the people, a person that you meet only one time. Don't care for that. Every people, everything, the minds that you, because if you are an artist, you can read the people inside, because you try to touch this part of the people, the inside the
Yeah.
mind of the people,
It
and
was
it is
something
a big inspiration for that. A big inspiration to me.
exactly. And these keep falling, so that's why I picked them up. No, you're right, because that's something I constantly talk about with people. It's funny because you can meet somebody once and they can literally change your entire everything you think about life. And that's all it takes is
Exactly.
once. And I try to explain that to people all the time. It's like if you're always being a good you can like you can't always expect to get out of other people. But if you know that you've always been a good you don't have to worry about what you did with other people. Because either you brought out the good in them or they didn't want to bring that good to the table. But either way, you'll be fine because you were being the best you.
With this stuff, you looks like a drummer a little bit.
I'm no good at any of that. So bad.
You haven't a good sense of rhythm, nothing.
I have good sense of rhythm. I'm just not a very good drummer. I've never played like an instrument before. Never.
You never tried to play drum?
Oh, I've tried. I can do the most basic stuff, but I just don't like because that's a very like physically demanding.
Yes.
And I can do it for about 10 minutes, but I've seen guys do it for like 50-minute concerts, and I'm like, wow. So yes. I don't have that, like, but 10 minutes of me just jamming to a beat, I can do that.
Oh, you have a drum? No, you have a drum?
Nah, I just played on my friend's drum set.
Okay. You have any instruments in your house? Any instruments like?
Nah, my wife has a little tiny guitar, but she can sing.
She's a small guitar.
Yeah.
The size. Maybe the name is ukulele. Is possible?
Yes,
ukulele.
That's the name. I just call it small guitar. My bad.
No, I just play piano because I'm a composer. Therefore, I use piano to write song. Okay. I play also a little bit guitar and a little bit the violin, but I'm not good with violin. I try to do that.
That's got to be so hard because it's like, how do you? But it looks so cool doing it though.
Yes, but it's not. I have the violin somewhere right here because it's not easy. Because maybe if you wait a minute, I got my violin.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna be over here doing this.
Because it's right here somewhere.
That's a cool poster.
Yes, it's a poster of. I got the poster with the Snake Mountain preset. There we go. This is a little bit dust because if you watch that I don't use so much of my violin.
I know that feeling. Trust me.
Okay, there is. Maybe it's not on tune. There is my violin. This one.
Well, that's so nice. That's a really nice color.
It's not on tone now. For play violin now, music listen everything tonight. Oh, wait. You need to use that. That is, you put that right here like that.
Is that for your chin or like your shoulder?
Yes, for the shoulder. I don't know the name in English for that, but you put that like that to put on your shoulder. This one, in the face like that.
But that's cool because they never show you that part. Like when you watch like a movie, they never show you the little shoulder guard. I'm like, that's gotta hurt.
You can play. You can talk like that because you can move.
See,
because you can. If you play many times, you got something on your neck because the pressure every time like that. And also to play that, you need also this one. I don't know the name in English for that. By the way,
it's okay. I'll learn it in Italian.
Okay. But it's not easy because if you watch this part, there's nothing for the notes. You need to understand, to learn how to put your fingers because there's nothing, no reference to.
The notes. So it's you just learn freehand.
Exactly. It's not like the guitar that you have something like that, no? Right here.
That's crazy.
It's not easy. I'm not good with the violin or whatever. I try a little bit, but not very good for the violin.
Hey man, that was a good fiddle tune.
I'm better with that. I'm better. The piano is my instruments for that.
Why'd you stop? I was having fun. I was doing the fake composer. I was like, yeah.
like a director I
Yeah,
have
just
that. I have that. Take a look. I have also that.
all right, cool, cool,
My,
cool.
I have this one. You mean this one? I believe. This Phoenix. This Phoenix.
There it is. When they do this, yeah, there it is. It always looks cool because they're just like he's just you and then you and then
Exactly.
you.
I when I was a kid, I was so fascinated by this stuff. The director of the orchestra, like that, because he has some charisma. He's not like just a musician. He has the charisma because he's director of the orchestra.
I've always liked those guys just watching them because you can tell they're hearing every single thing individually and pulling
Yeah.
it all together in seconds. Like with like not even like nanoseconds of hearing it. Like I know that you're off. Like get your shit together. I know like you need to be louder. Get your shit together. You know, it's just like those guys got skill. Like that is a skill. And it's kind of cool.
Ex- Exactly. But
Yeah.
back to Mythic Legion.
I'm
I
sorry.
like this. No. I like that because I'm like you. I like to talk of everything
Yeah.
because the topic is Mythic Legions, but it's cool also find other chemistry when you meet
Yeah.
someone, no? And
Of
I think
course.
and it's cool. I like it because you are the first one that with I show my violin. So is a good thing that.
Hey man,
show
just
me
because I can't
show
use it doesn't mean huh?
Show me some figure that you have in your desk right now.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. I have a lot here on my desk. So I just had a cool repainted Aquaman, right? It has a
Awesome.
repainted head. Let me see. Oop. It's so hard because it's mirrored, so I'm trying to figure out which way to turn.
And who repainted this figure?
Hold on, let me pull up his name because I never know how to say the first three letters, and I gotta stop doing that because I know his name, but I don't want to use his real name because I know he doesn't like using it. So it's JCM Custom Paints. So,
Okay.
and I'm actually gonna do a video on his stuff when I get some free time because he painted one of my
Awesome.
Baron Bins heads to an Aquaman
Awesome.
head.
Is
So you guys,
how many inches this figure is big?
this one is 6 inches. So,
6 inches.
if you compare it to like a Marvel Legend or a Mythic Legion, they're close in size. So,
Oh yeah. Yes.
yeah, there we go.
This is 6 inches. Yes. It's
Yeah,
like yes, the size of a barbarian.
yeah. And then I have like my Ultraman 0.2 on the
Cool.
desk. I have a bunch of stuff here. You saw Death Adder. Here is Beta Ray Bill with a Mythic Legion's hammer. And that's because I really do love Beta Ray Bill, one of my favorites. But more importantly, if you're not reading the new Beta Ray Bill mini, which is so good, you should. It's really good. I have another Common Rider here. It's Common Rider Decayed Complete Form.
Ah, cool.
Then we have
Different stuff in different words. You like different stuff in different way. I understand.
got Pac-Man.
Pac-Man was a game of the 80s, old games.
Oh
Pac-Man.
yeah. I have Miles Morales here.
Yeah, cool.
What else? I literally have like a bunch of stuff. I even have like my Golden Axe Battler with the dragon here.
Wow, awesome! This dragon. Where you got this dragon?
That one is from Storm Collectibles. It's called the Axe
Through
Battler.
collectibles.
It's
Okay.
from Golden Axe.
Oh,
What else do I have? I always have a Kamen Rider Kuga here. This one I've modded. Well, I didn't mod it. I bought a third-party mod light up eyes, so I can get his eyes to
cool.
light up.
You can use this guy also if you are a blackout. Use this guy to find
Yeah,
something
exactly. Just
because there is a good light. Yes, a good
yeah,
light.
it's very strong. I actually just finished the review on this guy. It took me a while to finish it because I've been so busy. But Mafex Captain America. You saw the other Barbarian, and I just put some stuff away, but now I don't know what I did with it. Oh, my Ultraman. There it is. So I have my Ultraman out.
Cool. How many review do you made every week?
if I really push it, I can do 30 in 1 week if I push it. But I don't do that anymore because that's a lot of work. I don't do
Yes,
that
sure.
anymore. I feel like when I was doing a lot of videos, a lot of people didn't appreciate it because they felt like, he's always giving us videos. So people kind of just took it for granted. So I've slowed down for my own my own sanity. And now people want more videos and I'm like, what? Like when I put up a bunch of videos, you didn't care. And now I'm not putting up a bunch of videos and you care. So it's a weird cycle. So now I put
Yes.
out I think I put out 5 a week, but I don't even want to do that anymore. I think I'm gonna put out 3 max a week, and then and try to keep it chill. But I can make a ton. Like a lot of times I find myself this week, I made 7 videos, and I'm not even gonna put any of them up. I'm gonna delete them because I just didn't like how they came out. So I want to feel like I'm in a much better mood mentally, and then redo stuff because I'm working on a different kind of material. I did a video called "Why I Build Army Builders." Right? I really love doing that. I love army builders, and I was working on a part 2, but the problem was I wasn't feeling my energy in it, so I deleted it. I'm just gonna do a brand new one. I want my energy to be right, so we're gonna do that.
Yes, also I understand these feelings because, for example, I'm a writer, but I have also 2 channels because I have this one, another channel that's bigger than this one, a channel of
Okay.
wrestling with reaction of wrestling. And
Okay.
so to do the wrestling the one on the other channel, interview, review, toy news in this one, work on my novel. I go in the end of my weird day because I live in the night, or when I go to sleep in the morning.
Yep.
I arrived at that time at 8 a.m. almost, and
Yeah.
I with something that I can do because I didn't do because we have too much stuff to do every day.
Exactly how I feel. It just always feels like it's too much, no matter what you do. You could even today for the first time in many months, I cleared my schedule. Right, completely cleared it. I got everything done, and then I got an email "Hey, can you do this?" And I was like, ah. I was like, ah.
Oh.
So I was like, all right, we'll see.
And what is your a little bit the style behind the scene to work in a video? For example, when I do a review, I shooting everything, and later I have I edit many things, many stuff. Also because my English is not perfect, and sometimes I need to cut this part because
Don't
I'm
worry
not
about your
very
English. My English is terrible too. It's okay.
okay.
My English is horrible.
Really? No, I don't think it's better than mine. However,
That's debatable. I don't ever feel bad about English being bad because English is kind of a crappy language. I can tell you because I was raised on it. Trust me, it's not that good.
you
It's
you
not.
you speak other language.
I speak Spanish.
Oh, tell me something in Spanish.
I'm not that good at Spanish. I can understand it very well, but speaking it, I'm horrible.
Okay. You
Yeah,
speak Italian a little bit. You know some words in Italian.
I know some words because I know if you know Spanish, it's like a
Yes.
variation between Portuguese, Italian, and Spanish. You can learn something from each one. So yeah,
Yes. For example, if you want tell my name is the amazing,
yeah.
you is in Italian. Il mio nome è di amazing.
Il mio nome è di amazing.
In Italian, amazing is fantastico.
Di fantastico.
Di fantastico.
Now that's pretty cool. I could be D Fantastic 4 now.
Di fantastico, yeah, exactly.
That's cool though. I like that. I'm gonna use that. That's pretty cool. Thank you. But like when I review, I review it all in one take. What I do is I break it up. So I'll everything is in one take. So I can review all the way through. But what happened is I take pauses in between to make everybody feel like they can also take a break in between now. I didn't always used to do that. But now I do that because I realize some people need breaks now because not everybody has the time to finish a video at once. Not everybody has the attention span to finish a video at once. So even my videos, I've learned, all right, let me be more conscientious and go, all right, it's been about 7 minutes. All right, we'll jump into to the we'll jump into like what the items are. Like, what does he come with? Accessories. So I don't really actually take a break, but I pause my video, take a deep breath, I take a glass of water, go right back to it. And that's it. I just go right back to it. No cuts, no edits, no nothing.
So in the middle, you drink your water.
Yeah, I'm actually drinking water. Usually I have a glass of water. Even now I have water, but I ran out. That was right before we got on. But I didn't get a chance to run and go refill. So I'm like, I'm in trouble.
Yes, also because especially in the summer, drink the water is most important because it's not easy to. I don't know the English name for that. When you lost the water inside your
Dehydration.
dehydration. Okay, is in Italian is disidratazione in Italian.
Disidratazione.
Exactly. This
Oh,
you're
wow.
good. You're good to learn English.
I'm trying.
Or to learn. Sorry, to learn Italian. Sorry.
No, I know what you meant. Don't worry. I know exactly what you meant. But it's funny because it's just like it's kind of like a readback. So the more you say it, the more easier it becomes. So when we get off screen, I'm gonna go practice. But yeah, dehydration is a big deal. Even today, it was 90 degrees out, so I was drinking a lot of water.
Yes, also where I live in a small town near the mountain with a church in front, a medieval castle in the other side, and the forest. By the way, now that we have almost 4 a.m., still hot. Maybe because I addressed this like Mozart stuff, but however, I have also a black version for that. I have a black top hat and many stuff.
Hey man, don't worry. Nobody will think you're a vampire. Not in all white.
I like. By the way, I like vampire. When I was a kid, Dracula was my hero.
Look, it's funny you mention that because I'm like, the more I read about Dracula, the more I'm like, depending on who, like, what version you watch, you're like, he's not a bad guy. He's just kind of a bad guy.
And
like,
also, he's a little bit romantic Dracula because with the girls was fascinating by this guy, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to think about it, right? Even as a dude, you got to go, he's probably really cool to party with, right? So you go and you hang out at his place, and next thing you know, you're getting bitten. You know what I mean? It's like like even when you think back then, it's like, yo, Dracula got to be like some sort of party animal, Mike. All the ladies at his place, like he's always having people over, like people like I didn't see him since last night. Next thing you know, you ain't getting seen since last night. So I get it, If Dracula was modern, so many people would go missing so quickly.
Yes.
Like if we keep it honest. Oh man, did you go to Dracula party? Yeah, it was dope. What happened to you? Yeah, I slept for 3 days. I only really come out at night now. Oh, you're a vampire. That was exactly what would happen. Exactly what would happen.
I have the same lifestyle a little bit because I go to sleep in the morning and I wake up. In the winter, I wake up with the sunset sometimes because I wake up in about 4 p.m. every day. So I like a Dracula because I love the night. The night is an inspiration to do everything, to do videos, to write on one of my novel. You feel some freedom in the night that you have in the day, in my opinion.
When I used to work nights for an old job, I used to stay up all night. And you see a different side of people at nighttime that you don't get during the day. You become a completely different person. Like it made me more calm, more relaxed, more reserved. It also made me appreciate like taking the time to like understand people when I worked nights. It really did. Because it was like when you see people at both the beginning and the end of their day, it's weird. Because depending on how people start their day, like for instance, if you used to see people at 5 a.m., there's two types of people. The ones who are super cheery and like full of energy, or people who dread the day that's gonna come, right? And then you see them again at the end of the day, which is like you're going to like you're waking up because like it's nighttime, right? And then it's like those people who were upbeat this morning are exhausted. The people who dreaded the day are ready to live for the night. You know what I mean? So it's like this. It's literally day and night, sun and moon contrast. It's pretty crazy.
Sun and moon. Yes. Yep. Yes, two different, like black and white also. The color. Yeah. I like using black and white, especially as in my outfit. I like these two opposite. maybe because I have this opposite, or maybe everyone have black and white inside, the darkness and the light. But it's not necessarily that the darkness is bad and the light is good, because
Exactly.
in the darkness you can find better yourself,
Yeah.
because in the light you are so distracted by many things and
Yeah.
many stuff maybe that are not important. In the in the dark, in the night, you can find a way to find yourself.
Yep. Exactly where you need to go. I get it.
Awesome.
No, I get it. With a mixture of the two, you can find the best you.
And when you made your review, because I saw that you work very well also to decide the color of the light and this stuff. Tell me something about that.
It was actually my friend Jester Jive on Instagram, who I was like trying to find a way to, because I always like trying to take myself to the next level, like trying to learn something new, a new craft, a new pose, some new lighting, some just something. And he was messing around with this cool light, and I was like, you like it's crazy because I was like, I love color, and I never knew how to incorporate it into my stuff. So then he showed me how to do it, and then he introduced me to these excuse me, he introduced me to these stage lights. So I tried it out, but I didn't want to do exactly what he did because I didn't feel it was right to like use his work. You know what I mean? But I did ask him to teach me. So he taught me like how to mess with the lights, how to like fuse light with my camera and low light and ISO. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do everything.
It's the church.
I know, right on time. Um, oh, I bit my side of my mouth. um, so with him, he like once he taught me everything, I was like, right, I'm gonna use everything I know, incorporate what you taught me, and then I'm going to try to apply it to what I can do. So instead of he likes to add light into the foreground, I was like, why don't I try backgrounds? That way it makes characters pop. And then I added that with a few other things, and I started going crazy.
I like that. I like this style to create also a part of the review, also the background, not just so that you use different, you create different diorama, different background for different style to create the atmosphere. It's
Yeah,
important, in my opinion, for a YouTuber create the atmosphere, not just a review with neutral background, because with the good, the perfect background, you can put the people in the perfect atmosphere of this war, because because I saw your desk different war, different type of
yeah,
figures. So with different type of background and lights, you can put better the people inside this world, in my opinion.
yeah. I like you know what? It's not that I don't like just plain paper. I think that's great, whatever works for people. I know some people think that it takes away from the figures. I think it adds to it. Um, that's just my opinion. I feel like it's one thing to be like, all right, I just have him up against this blank piece of paper and we're gonna focus on the figure. For me, it's I'm going to put him in this scenario where you can imagine a figure and we're gonna try to make it pop. We're gonna try to make it like relative. We're gonna go, oh, I can see that character being there. You know what? I actually like him being there. You know what I mean? So I just try to do stuff like that.
Yes, I think you work very well for that, and also because I understand what you do. Also because also I try to do different situation. Also sometimes a review with neutral background, white backgrounds and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
sometimes
Excuse me.
with diorama, especially for Mythic Legions, because Mythic Legions are different, are totally different for every figure, because
Yep.
they needs a story, they needs a background, they needs a landscape, and this is the big deal of this line. And remember, once again, when I got after Kim Brondon, I got other figures. I remember the first time that I put side by side six figures of my Mythic Legions, and where Kim Brondon, Tump, Archimedes, the Steel Knight, the Iron Knights, and Torgon. And
Yeah.
my first six. Once again, the church. Three, two,
One.
three, and
Yeah.
four. I'm not good with the numbers. I'm not
No, it's
good
okay.
because if you show me maybe 10 or 12 things, I
Yeah.
can count three different numbers if I try to count three times. I prefer the words. I prefer the notes, the music. The
No, that's
numbers is not my way.
nah. It's okay. I'm a pictures guy, so I don't sweat it. Don't worry. You have nothing to worry about with me. Even me, like now that you
Okay.
mentioned Legions, I'm like, look, see, tells a story.
Yes, exactly. It's like if you watch that, for example, I can imagine that this guy ran from someone because maybe someone he has some problem with maybe you can imagine in the background some orcs or a troll that
Yep.
try to get this guy and this guy run and the cloth flying with the winds.
Yep.
This is an example. The
Yep.
inspiration for these figures is they are awesome for that.
Barbarians
And
are so
also
fun,
looks
man.
like to see the reason why I decided to I did a stop motion for other stuff, other line, but
Yeah.
this guy deserved that because if you stay to and remember the first time that I watched these first six figures, I wonder maybe now one of them start to move. To looks like that because they're so realistic, and
Yeah.
you feel that you feel maybe now start to move. It's time to move them in some way, and this I decided to do this stuff for stop motion. This is the
No, I'm
reason
glad,
why.
man. You got to keep making stories because if you're not making stories, the way I see it is, as long as somebody's making stories, there's always room for more stories. Like it's that. It's
Yes.
as simple as that. Because your stories will inspire someone to go, I want to do stuff like that too. The same reason I take photos, it'll make somebody want to go. You know what? I want to take photos of toys too. Because you never know who you're inspiring. You'll never truly know. So that's why I try to like keep at it. I do.
And this is another question that is difficult to answer for to every my guest, but I try it also with you because it's not easy made account for that. However,
Okay.
how many figures do you have?
A lot. A lot.
It's the same. Everybody says that a lot, but it's difficult to
It's
understand the
definitely
numbers.
it's definitely it's definitely below 10,000, but not higher than 5,000. I don't think it's higher than 5,000.
Oh wow.
So yeah, like yeah, it's under 5,000. I know that. I know for a fact it's that under 5,000. But if
Okay,
we're talking about,
another curiosity because what is the reaction of your wife about this passion?
she don't care.
She like it? Okay.
Yeah, she do. She collects as well, but nowhere near the level that I do. But she is there's two rules and two rules only. I don't mess with her plants. I don't mess with her vanity, and we're good. I can put and as long as sorry, third rule, and as long as I clean up behind myself. So like, let's say if I take stuff out of the living room to play with it, I can't leave it in the living room. Why? Because
Okay.
she could trip and and stuff could break. She don't want to be held responsible. But
Okay. Okay.
Well, yeah, she don't care as long as it's like it's neat and it's organized and it's out of the way, so that way she can't trip over it, and my blind cat Ichigo can't trip over it. We're okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
And I think it's impossible. Maybe display all figures that you have. Display every figures is impossible too much.
I wish. I can't even display them now because it's just too much stuff. So right now I have 6 cabinets. I display like 3 are permanent display stuff that's always displayed, and then there's the other 3 which I rotate. So every 3 months, everything gets rotated out of those 3 cases, and new stuff goes in. So like everybody gets their time to shine. So like even stuff that's on my desk now, this is not gonna stay here. So in a couple of months, all of these guys go away, and it's new stuff to so that way everybody gets their feel. I think about like Toy Story sometimes, where it's like I don't want my toys to feel like they're neglected, so everybody gets their time in the sun. You know?
So every figures that you have had a possibility, a chance to have a moment of desk celebrities.
Yes, everyone.
Yes, I try. I try. I have no. I try to display everything now, but because I have a long room, and maybe I don't have many figures like you, because I try to collect. I collect in general my Mythic Legions. This collection of Hasbro, WWF Hasbro, many customs,
Yeah.
Master of the Universe, Brave Star, Ghostbusters, Turtles. Not
And Foo
maybe
Fighters. Don't forget Foo
everything. The Foot Fighters, yes,
Fighters.
exactly.
No, but
But
see,
Foot
here's the thing
Fighters
about
are a collection. Foot Fighters are a collection of just about 10 figures and 3 vehicles. It's not a big collection. Foot Fighters.
but see, that's what I was trying to explain. Like I love that you can do that. Like you have your core, you know exactly what you want, and you get it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where it's difficult for me being a reviewer, right? I've tried to explain to people like I don't collect everything. It's too difficult. And like people want me to like review stuff, and I'm like I look, I can't afford everything. Even with how hard I work, it's just not possible. So even now, I just kind of go, you know what? I'm just not gonna review everything. Like I just it's way too much stuff releasing. So instead, I really just try to review what I like, and then so like it's 70% what I like, and then there's 30% you do it for other people, right? Because if you're doing it half and half, you're not gonna be happy. If you're doing it 60-40, you're not gonna be happy. You gotta do a majority of what you want, so that way you can stay happy in a mood to make the other kind of content as well. You gotta.
Yes, and I believe that if you review every figure that you have, you need to do maybe 10,000 of videos too much.
Yeah, I would have to. For me to review every single figure that I get that comes in, I would have to literally review everything and do no photos every day. That would literally be it. It would be me reviewing stuff every day, like 4 videos a day, but no photos at the end. It would just be the video. That would be it. And that's boring. I
Yes,
like the
it's
photos.
easy.
That's my favorite part.
Yes, everybody have a favorite part. Missing your favorite part maybe is not good. Missing the photo stuff because it's the part that you like it.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat told me that I don't know is right. KJ Smith told me that
Oh,
Foot
yeah.
Fighters had a cartoon in the 80s. I never know that. I need to find it. Where are these cartoon of the Foot Fighters?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try to find it now. I was saying that I'm gonna try to find it. I'm
But it's
100% gonna try to
right.
find it.
Damien Ristori says, for example, is the Food Fighters the McDonald's food store you're about? Yes, they were also sold in McDonald's, I believe, the Food Fighters. I believe. I'm not sure. In Italy, yes. In Italy was sold these figures also in not McDonald's, but a company similar to McDonald's.
Oh,
In the box with the foods, you can buy also the figures. But
yeah. I didn't even know there was a comment section. I'm looking over at it now. There's so many things. Oh, wow,
yes,
I
yes,
missed
there
so
is.
many questions. Okay.
Pick your
Uh,
question that you want to ask. Choose your question.
Someone asked me about me facing discrimination. I literally face that every day. Like, I don't, you know, I don't think there's much I can say about it. I literally face it every day. I just got to live with it. I fight against it all the time, but it's like, what are you going to do in a system that the way it is?
I believe that the problem with discrimination is not just about in general for the of the color of the skin, but also about of the type of people. Because if you are different, for example, you for an artist, you are a different style of life.
Yeah.
You receive a discrimination because I remember when I started to become an artist, everyone watched me like a weird guy. And when you become an artist a little bit famous, because I was in the past in Italy as a musician, everybody look you as a people that got a miracle, no? And
Yeah.
maybe that it maybe says it works, but it is not a real job like my job because he's just an entertainer. Therefore, there are many type of discrimination, but the problem is that the people, sometimes the stupid people, we can call the idiots, don't accept the difference, especially if you are unique. If you are unique, some people love you and some people hate you because you are something that they can do that. They can't do this type of life as a unique people, as a unique person with unique philosophy of life, and they many people lives like a group of I don't remember the name in English of these animals. The animals is not I don't remember. The white animals in Italian is capra, pecora, but I don't know in
Crab?
English.
Crab?
I maybe need to search it on Google. Wait a minute.
I
Pecora
mean, no. I mean,
in
like, I
English.
agree. Like, I think the
Sheep,
problem is
sheep. The name is sheep, sheep, shape or shape,
ship.
uh,
An animal that's a
shape.
ship.
Yes, it's an animal. I don't know. Maybe the pronunciation is not correct. Maybe
Uh,
uh, it's a white animal that eating grass. It's not like I'm not good with the name of the animals in English. This is the problem.
no worries. We'll figure it out later. But
Yes,
I get what
because
you mean though.
I think you understand the people the
Yeah,
following they have the same like a robot. This is
yeah.
the good way, this is the wrong way. If you are different is a problem. You have a different philosophy, you have a guy with your
There it is.
brain.
Sheep. There it
But
is. KJ got it. It's sheep. Sheep.
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, KJ, for your help to help my bad English.
No,
Sheep, yes.
no. I get what you're saying. Like, even I tell people all the time, like, it's something that I've had to grow with my whole life. Do I like it? No. Am I used to it? Unfortunately, yeah. But I have learned how to compartmentalize it until I can deal with it at a later time. Because sometimes, because of the color of my skin, I can't deal with it the way I truly want to. But that's another issue for another day, you know? And then he also asks, do I do YouTube full time? Hell no. Because YouTube pays crap. Absolute
Yeah.
fucking crap. KJ's right. Fuck is one of my favorite words.
Yes, it's not. It's difficult. But also, for example, I meet on this channel my friends also, Shartimus Prime, Pixel Dan. These guys are also
Yeah.
my friends, and they
Yeah.
were a part of my show. And also
Yeah.
them that they have a big channels. Also, they
Yeah.
still have another job in their life
You
because
gotta work because people think that, like, unless you have millions of subscribers and literally get millions of views within an hour, you will literally make no money whatsoever. Because the real money is in ads and sponsorship and getting a sponsored video. So think about it, right? If you're making
also
5 videos a week and then it's getting 10 million hits, and then you're also getting sponsored ads, that's how you'll finally make money. What we do as toy creators is not as big as what these other people do because we're not with that age. We're not in that age range of I want to see about somebody's life. I want to see a vlog. I want to see somebody do crazy pranks. We don't do any of that. We literally just, like me and you now, we talk about toys, and I'm okay
exactly.
with that. But I don't want to do YouTube as a full-time job. I think YouTube as a job is a terrible idea. I do want to create, but if you want my art, most of the time I give it out for free. Let's be real. You know what I mean? I'm here to create art. If I'm gonna get paid to do anything, I want to be paid to make more art, not to put out videos that some people are gonna like and not like. That's fine, but I want to make money doing my art as opposed to doing full-time YouTube. I just think that's gonna be too rough.
Yes,
Nah.
I know. I know. Also, I try also the same things because I have two channels, and the other one is called a wrestling channel with Alan Magnetti.
Yeah.
It's a channel with a total views about 70 millions in total.
Yeah.
But someone that doesn't know what is YouTube says, so you have this 19 million, 70 millions of views. Maybe you got many money. It's not true because so it's the and by the way also if you I think you is cool. Oh, by the way, if you get also small money is however is something that I'm proud because you got money with something that you like and it's good.
Yeah.
But
The money.
I'm also proud when I got money with my novel or with my music or with some stuff that I do
Exactly.
as an
It's that
artist.
same level of happiness. I literally make enough money on YouTube to pay a phone bill and buy a couple of Marvel Legends. That's it.
Exactly.
That's nothing. Like, I get literally
Yeah.
no money from YouTube.
Yes, the little money that I got from YouTube, I spent all from my collection,
Yeah, it
and
goes right
also
back in the
because
collector.
yes, also because when I start recently with Mythic Legions 2 months ago, and for my project I need 32 characters that I pick for my because I
Okay.
have also a secret project that will be revealed in the future. But I pick many characters that are not easy to find. So I got some of these guys with big price. And
Okay.
maybe so I spend a lot of money for this project for Mythic Legions diorama, because I got this some diorama from Crashbox now. And I
I hope
live
you
in
like
Italy,
those.
so yes, I like that. I like because they are versatile. They
Yeah.
are changeable parts. I miss that because now I have this huge diorama that you saw
Yeah.
was made by my father in real stone. The stone are real stone that you
So
see.
it's heavy
It's
too.
possible. Yeah, it's possible also put the waterfalls inside if you want.
Ooh.
This yes, it was made by my father, and uh, and this is huge. I have also this other diorama with the inside of the castle, but I need some stuff to create outside of the castle, outside of some palace, and the crash box worked very well for that, in my opinion.
I really do hope you enjoy those because I've had a blast messing with mine. So I really do hope you enjoy. And it's like I don't know, man. Like it's just getting to a point where I'm gonna run out of space, like for real. So I'm really trying to get to that point where it's like I'm trying to get more stuff out that I'm not using. Like let's get it out, so because I'm not using it, so that way somebody else could be happy, so I can get more stuff in. It's just getting harder and harder. Like it's just this is a very crazy year. Like we're about to be in July soon, and there's just so much stuff releasing every month, so much. I can't keep up
But
anymore. It's a lot.
I know, but it's fun. However, is
It is
a
fun. It is fun. I won't lie. It is.
because got stuff that you like is say still fun. Maybe there is the other side of the moon that you need to make many videos, many stuff every day. But in the end of the day, you thought that you did something that you love. It is most important things in the life, because the better way to live is wake up to do something that you love and go to sleep to remember what do you want to do other things that you love the next day. Yes, and this is this is the best way to live, in my opinion.
No, you're not wrong. Because even today, like I said, when I was frustrated, I was like, do I really want to do this? And then I got into it, and I was like, I'm glad I took this. You know, like sometimes you just kind of feel unsure, and sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm happy I did it. I can say 90% of the time, I'm super like even when I'm like, I trust my gut and my instinct. So a lot of the time when I make choices, even if I feel like I was on the fence in the beginning, when I get into the groove of it, I'm super excited. I'm happy. So I'm with it.
And now about Mythic Legion again. If you
Yeah.
want, if you, what is your dream in the Mythic Legion stuff? Maybe a figure that we haven't that you want, or a play set. What is your big dream about Mythic Legions that could be possible in the future that you want in the future? If you can ask him something to for awesome, do that. What is your desire, your wish?
I want paladins because I love D&D and I want different types of paladins. We have knights, we have barbarians, we have mages, but we don't have more paladins, like versatility with paladins. And that kind of comes with you saw the new Ethelia wave, right? And you know
Yes,
Valak?
yes.
So Valak is gonna be like our first ranger class, which is a mix between a kind of like a barbarian and an elf. Like if you in D&D, well D&D style, right? So you would technically become your ranger because he has an animal, he shoots a bow and arrow, and he has a sword. That's like a ranger class. So a paladin is like a tank between a knight and a mage. So when we get to that point with them like doing paladins, I'm all in for that. I love paladins. Love paladins and ranges, two favorites.
To me, it should be also cool a typical mage, because now I got Jorun Shaper, the dwarf mage,
I
the
love her.
dwarf.
Yeah,
Yes, and I think is this guy is the only one typical mage looks like with a white beard, no, this type of character. But
yeah.
we haven't now, until now in the Mythic Legions a typical mage like Gandalf, like Saruman, some stuff like that.
Ah, okay. Because
I want something like that.
it's
And
true. Because we only have Hera, Jorn, Raviana. Yeah, we don't have many. Even
Exactly.
Faustia is kind of like in and out. You're right. There's only
Exactly.
like 3 or
It's,
4 of them. Oh, and
and this
Balam.
exactly, yes. But Joru, in my opinion, is a typical mage. Another thing is that is related with Mythic Legions to me, and maybe one of the reasons I like so much this stuff, because to me this figure looks like to have a giant version of Hero Quest. I don't know if you know Hero Quest, board
No, I
game
do.
of
I know that one. Yeah.
barbarian, goblin, orc.
Hmm.
I had this game. Sometimes I play this game with my girlfriend because she like also too.
Hmm.
And I Mythic Legions like to have big size of that. It's so cool
You know what though?
because
That's a good one. I didn't think about that. That's actually really good one. And now thinking about it, Balam is technically a paladin, but because he's a tiger man, I totally forgot about it. But Balam is technically a paladin. He's a
exactly.
night mage.
And
He's a
what is
tiger man,
your
but a night mage.
do you wonder something about the upcoming Cosmic Legion?
Do I want to know? Is that what you're
If
saying?
you imagine something about this new upcoming series called Cosmic Legion by by For Awesome.
Well, yeah, I know they hinted at it in one of their live streams. I try not to learn too much because I actually like being surprised. So I don't really I like to wait for them to announce it. Because it's a weird thing because when you start working within the toy industry, even in like the smallest way, like I am, I'm very small in the ladder of how things work in the toy industry. But when you're on the inside and know just even a little bit, so much stuff gets spoiled. And you're just like, oh, like I wanted to enjoy that and now I can't, you know?
Okay.
And then you got to keep it to yourself. So I know how that feels. So I just try to be surprised now. I'm just like, nope, I don't want to know. La 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 la.
Yeah, okay, understand.
Yeah,
It looks like when you know the end of a match of wrestling or the end of a book of a movie.
yeah.
You
Like
lost
you
the
can't even enjoy the rest
surprise.
of it. Yeah, lost it. It's lost its magic. So I just try to, whenever I can not know about something, I don't want to know.
Okay. How many time do you have again tonight for the interview?
I gotta go in a little bit because I've been up since like 5 a.m. and it's almost
Okay.
11 now. So it's like
Okay.
that's
Maybe
why I'm yawning. I'm trying not to yawn, but it's like I'm so tired.
all right, no problem.
Yeah,
Maybe other what time is other 3 minutes?
yeah. But don't worry
Okay.
because I plan on coming back. This is a lot of fun.
Okay. Yes, I like
So,
it because we can talk everything. I like that this
yeah,
open way because the topic is Mythic Legions, but is because Mythic Legions is an open window to the creativity. We talks a lot about everything of creativity, especially
yeah,
music and art and everything. When you shooting photos, you listen music.
absolutely. Every time, every time.
Awesome.
It's funny because lately, because I've learned how to use wherever my camera went. It's over there. It's too far now. But even now that I use my camera to record my videos, sometimes I'll forget that music is playing in my ear while I'm recording the video because I have my AirPods. So like, I don't know. I forgot what video it's on, but very recently there was a video like I'm singing and I forget like, oh, I shouldn't be playing music. Let me take this out of my ear. So I'm like, listen to music as much as possible,
Okay,
always.
I understand because, for example, when I write a novel, I create just like a soundtrack for the novel, and the music give me the way to find to following the story.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
and I
It's
like
kind of like
that because
it guides you.
exactly, and I like that because the music open your mind, you open your creativity. Is a like a river to follow in the waves to find
Ah,
to
reverb.
find
That's a
the
good one. Yeah.
yeah
Once you
exactly.
said reverb, I got it. I was like, yeah. Like for me, music is like music is kind of like it's a it's like a I don't know if you would get it like a hype man, somebody who comes and like hypes me up. It's like a power up. You know what I mean? So like if I'm feeling low, music, and I'm like, yeah, I feel good. And even when I'm feeling like I'm already up there, music can kind of settle my mood if I'm a little too excited. Music is amazing. I love it. That's why I used to
Oh,
do a lot of BTS videos, and you can hear the music. But I started getting in trouble on Instagram and YouTube for it, so I had to cut it out. So now I can't post BTS anymore because I don't use their version of the music. So I started getting copyright strikes. So I had to chill out on those. So I was like, all right, next time.
Yes, we in the YouTube we have a way with the different strike to stay away. It's not easy, but and
Yeah.
maybe also it's too much because we just to try to share something that we love, and
Yeah.
this many limitation we have a little bit as a YouTuber. And speaking of music, my friends, it's time to go to the piano and to say goodbye to our special guest, the amazing. And don't forget to subscribe, Mr. Alan in the World of Toys and the amazing channels. Thanks for watching this. And don't forget, he will return soon, my friends. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
And so long, everybody. Thank